I thought they played well. A team that beat Arkansas and had every opportunity to beat Wake and put it on BYU pretty good. I mean, it's a good group at their place. So I'm appreciative of the fans that made the trip. Our fan base is just phenomenal. I've been around some good fan bases, but the loyalty and commitment from this one is special. So I'm very thankful for them. I'm just so happy and proud for our football team to have a chance to celebrate all the work and investment they've made. I'll take some questions.
Raise your hand, Andy.
Looked like at the end, were they almost trying to let Polston score there? Did you tell him to go down before the goal line?
Yeah, so they're in what's called surrender. Their best opportunity to win the game was to let us score. And from the get-go, we let our kids know we would not be scoring. On that drive, we wanted to get the first down and go down after the first down to make sure that we could run the clock out. So the guys and the staff did a great job managing that situation.
You call that Polston's at 99 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he's a yard away. Pretty veteran move to follow through on that.
Yeah, I mean, had I known he just needed one more, we might have just got one more and then went down. I mean, I don't know. I think he'd rather preserve the win than take the chance. But that was smart football right there, and they operated it very well.
Aaron.
You had Holston, you had Griffin, you had Garvin make that big play at the end. I mean, your veterans, it seemed like really came through today. What can you say about, I guess, their stick-to-itiveness?
Yeah, that's been impressive. You know, a lot of times those guys in their last hurrah, some of them, and to stay with it and want the win the way they did. You know, I look for signs all week of guys coming off the gas and not pouring it into practice, and they just weren't there. You know, we weren't going to beat this bunch if we didn't have a good week. And I thought the coaches brought a ton of energy this week. The players, you know, stayed focused, worked on improvement. You know, they did the things necessary to have a chance to go play well.
Dave.
Brent, so many times this season, you've been hard on yourself about late game defensive inability to make that big play, but you know, the fourth down stop, Garvey gets a hurry, then the back-to-back sacks there again. What were you calling there? What was the thinking?
That's a good question, and you can spin this how you want, but I wasn't calling it. Coach Marv called the game today. 13 points against a very explosive offense. Chris did a phenomenal job. We decided early in the week. I didn't really give him a choice. You know, he prepares every week to call it. And, you know, with the way the season's gone and where we were, it was the right thing to do. He did a great job today. You know, obviously the whole staff chimes in and we're all on the headset together, but he led the charge and called a heck of a football game. Very proud of Chris.
Other questions for Coach, middle of the room?
Coach, overall for the season, how did the losses or the lessons learned from the losses come into play and just pay off in today's game?
Yeah, I think, again, it's you know, you have to talk about those things. You know, the reasons that we weren't able to win some games, the positive things we did that gave us a chance to win games. And we talked about those lessons each and every week, you know, how valuable they are. And if we didn't really internalize them, you know, and make something from them, that we wouldn't improve. So, you know, those are the foundation of this program. The lessons we're learning and the adversity, learning how to win, complementary ball, brotherhood, you know, discipline, all those things. We're making progress. We're certainly not where we need to be, but we're making, you know, we're moving the needle in the right direction.
How long did you have that fake field goal in that time?
Since camp, we've had that thing, and you know, they've executed it. Not everybody gives it each week. Some weeks we carried it. Some weeks we weren't able to, with the look they gave. But this was one of those games where they could give us a look, so we can call it, and if we need to call it off out there, Peter can call it off. So it was a safe call today. It was the right time. The guys have executed it well. You know, John showed some good speed there and protected the ball, and it was well executed. Great job by Coach Holt and, you know, the special team staff just continuing to work it and making sure that I feel confident in it to call it.
You've been trying to get defensive pressure all season. The fourth down stop, you guys did sack on that, come down the other side, a sack, and then forced fumble, some pressure. pleased were you with how that went today with some of the concerns?
Yeah, it's a great irony, right? We haven't been good enough there, and then we close the game out with great pressure. Coach Price has done a good job working in some sub packages, getting some other guys out there, some fresh legs, some different guys in different packages to rush the quarterback. There's been a lot of snaps the last 2 weeks where we've had 4 ends on the field. Just getting our best people out there. And I think the work, sometimes you don't see it that next week, right? You make an emphasis, you try and improve, you change some things up in practice, and sometimes it takes a week or 2 or 3 before you get the return on it. But, they've been pouring it in the pass rush. I was proud of the way the guys stepped up and got on edges today against a group that's protected pretty well, and to be honest, quarterbacks that are pretty hard to cage up.
Let's go Steve and Dave.
What's your big emotion at this point? Is it pride, is it relief? How did you feel when you were walking off the field?
Yeah, I'm just very proud of the way everybody stayed the course. And then I'm just so happy that these guys, the staff, the players get to go enjoy a Saturday evening and take some pats on the back and smile and feel good about what they've done. They've worked so hard for so long. Just really, really happy for them.
Can you talk a little about Olsen's play today? Olsen,
Yeah, just, yeah, he and I had a talk after the Duke game, walking into the locker room. He stayed very committed and I was just so proud. There was something special about the way he was invested in this thing. And he said, Coach, I got your back. And I said, I got yours. And, there was a good plan for him this week. And, but he had to go out there and do it. Those guys got to go earn the right to get another ball handed to him. And he did that. He's tough. I think, he helps set the tone for who we needed to be offensively today.
Brent, how did the idea evolve for Coach Mines to carry the Union flag onto the field today? And is there any difficulty at all in processing today? Because this could be the end for this team and this season. At least I don't think you know yet, do you?
No, I do not know. The first part of your question, it's been an interesting story with Fontel since we hired him. It was an interview process, the only spot we interviewed for. And, he's a UVA guy, very true. I'm very proud of his experience there and thankful for it. And, it was easy to sit in the staff meeting and recognize that we needed to bridge that. And, for Fontel to be able to carry their flag out, just seemed like the absolute right thing to do for him, for UVA, for our brothers down the road. So, there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of connections between our two programs, a lot of relationships, and that's probably the strongest one.
All right, we got 2 more. We'll go Aaron, and in the back of the room, Anthony.
Do you think if you were calling the plays that you would have had the time and the presence of mind to tell Holston not to score? Like, is that the kind of thing that you can do easier when you're not?
Yeah, maybe so. It was important for me, not just for Chris to have the opportunity to call it, to gain that experience, but also for me to evaluate a lot of things and to be the head coach only and for me to improve in that role. I'll be the first to say I don't think I was a great defensive coordinator, and I don't know that I was a great head coach either. And so this was an opportunity to kind of let's get where this thing's headed. Let's kind of put fast forward on it and see what we look like and how we do. And if there's things to work out, we work them out. So there wasn't. We won the ball game, but it wasn't that there wasn't some things to learn and grow from today as a staff. For Chris or for me.
Dave just took my question, but I'll ask another. Do you think it's important for Virginia Tech's brand to win a non-conference road game against an in-state opponent like this one?
Yeah, I think it's certainly important. It's a big game for a lot of folks. And to come to Liberty, a team that was ranked as high as 19, and their film is awful good when you put it on. They've been a little inconsistent, but Coach does a great job. That's an explosive offense. Their D-line had really given everybody problems. And, we were able to move the football well and score some points against a good group and minimize points. To hold that group to 13 points, you're going to have a chance to win it. I mean, that's a explosive offense, tempo, quarterback play, running backs. I mean, number 3, dynamic wide receiver. So it was an important game for a lot of reasons, but, just internally for our program and the direction we're going and all the things we're doing well, the validation and the return on the guys' investment and their hard work and sacrifice, that, we're getting the most out of that piece.
Thank you, Coach Ryan.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Congratulations.